I'm 33 years old today, and I'm still unmarried. People often look at me and ask, "You still look so young, so why haven't you gotten married yet?" I used to avoid answering that question, but today I want to be honest. The truth is, I spent years searching for someone who matched every expectation I had. While I kept waiting for the perfect person, many genuinely good opportunities quietly passed me by. Time moved faster than I realized, and when I finally looked back, I understood that chasing perfection may have cost me the chance to build a happy life with someone who was already good enough. I'm 38 years old, and staying single at this age feels very different. My parents have stopped asking about my marriage, and even relatives and friends no longer try to introduce me to anyone. The hardest part isn't just being unmarried, it's watching everyone around you build families while your own life grows quieter. Sometimes I miss having someone to share everyday moments with, but I've also learned to appreciate the peace and independence that come with living on my own. For a long time, I believed that staying single was the safer choice. Every day, I watched videos of people complaining about unhappy marriages, endless arguments, and the stress of raising children. Gradually, I convinced myself that marriage only brought pain, so I avoided it completely. But one day, I realized something important. Happy couples rarely spend their time posting about their private lives online. The internet mostly shows the loudest complaints, not the quiet happiness. That realization changed the way I looked at relationships. Now I believe that marriage isn't something to fear, it's a choice that depends on finding the right person, not on the negative stories we see on social media. I've finally accepted that every path in life has its own story. Being single isn't always easy, and yes, there are lonely moments. But it has also given me peace, freedom, and time to understand myself better. If the right person comes into my life, I'll welcome them. Until then, I'm choosing to live without regrets. Over the years, I realized that I had been searching for someone who simply didn't exist. I kept comparing every new person to an ideal image in my mind, and because of that, I let many sincere people walk away. Looking back now, I understand that no relationship is ever perfect. What truly matters is finding someone who respects you, supports you, and is willing to grow with you. Sometimes, chasing perfection only leaves you with regret instead of happiness. For many years, I truly believed that staying single was the safest choice I could make. Whenever I opened social media, I saw countless videos of people talking about broken marriages, endless arguments, financial pressure, betrayal, and the challenges of raising children. Day after day, I watched those stories, and without realizing it, they slowly shaped my mindset. I convinced myself that marriage only brought stress and disappointment, so I decided it was better to stay alone than risk making the wrong choice. Because of that fear, I stopped giving people a real chance. Even when someone seemed kind and sincere, I would find a reason to walk away. I kept telling myself that I had plenty of time, that there was no need to rush, and that maybe someone better would come along in the future. Years passed much faster than I expected. I focused on my career, my personal goals, and building a comfortable life. From the outside, everything looked fine, but deep inside, I never questioned whether my fears were actually based on reality. Then one day, something changed. I suddenly realized that the internet doesn't represent everyone's life. People who are struggling often share their pain because they need support or someone to listen. But those who are living peaceful and happy lives usually don't spend their time talking about it online. I had been watching only one side of the story while ignoring the other side completely. That realization made me rethink everything. I understood that marriage itself isn't the problem. What truly matters is choosing the right partner, communicating honestly, and growing together through life's challenges. No relationship is perfect, but that doesn't mean every relationship is unhappy. Today, my expectations are different. I'm no longer searching for perfection. I don't need someone with a perfect career, perfect looks, or a perfect lifestyle. What I truly want is someone who is honest, respectful, emotionally mature, and willing to stand beside me through both the good days and the difficult ones. If love comes into my life, I'll welcome it with an open heart. If it takes a little longer, I won't let fear control my decisions anymore. I've learned that happiness isn't determined by age or by other people's opinions. It's created by the choices we make, the lessons we learn, and the courage to keep moving forward with hope instead of fear. Everyone deserves the chance to find love, no matter their age or past. But in the real world, relationships require more than emotions. They need patience, understanding, respect, and a willingness to grow together. Instead of searching for someone perfect, we should focus on finding someone whose values match our own. Every choice in life comes with challenges, and love is no different. If you're ready to accept both the joys and the responsibilities of a relationship, you'll have a much better chance of building something meaningful and lasting. Today, I'm 40 years old. From the outside, my life probably looks complete. I have a successful career, a comfortable income, my own home, and a life that many people would describe as stable. Whenever someone meets me for the first time, they often say, "You've achieved so much." And they're right, I worked incredibly hard to build the life I have today. But there is one thing that success can never replace, and that's having someone to truly share your life with. When I was in my early 30s, my biggest priority was work. I wanted to grow professionally, become financially independent, and prove that I could succeed on my own. During those years, I met several good people. Some were kind, responsible, and genuinely interested in building a future together. But every time, I convinced myself that there was no need to hurry. I believed I still had plenty of time. I thought life would always give me another opportunity, and maybe the next person would be an even better match. Looking back now, I realize that time moves much faster than we expect. 1 year becomes 2, then 5, and suddenly you're living a completely different chapter of your life. The opportunities that once seemed endless slowly become fewer. Friends get married. Colleagues start families. Relatives stop asking about your future because they assume you've already made your decision. Without realizing it, the conversations around you begin to change, and so does your world. There are moments when I return home after a long day at work, and the house is completely silent. I cook dinner for one, watch television alone, and spend holidays by myself while everyone else is busy creating memories with their families. Those quiet evenings have taught me that financial success brings comfort, but it doesn't automatically bring emotional happiness. We all need someone who genuinely listens, understands, and stands beside us during both joyful and difficult times. Over the years, I've also learned that perfection doesn't exist. When I was younger, I focused too much on finding the ideal partner. I had a long list of expectations, believing that if I waited just a little longer, someone even better would appear. But life doesn't always reward endless waiting. Sometimes, the people we overlook are the ones who could have brought us the greatest happiness. If I could give advice to my younger self, I wouldn't tell her to stop chasing her dreams or working hard. I would simply remind her that love and ambition can exist together. Building a career is important, but making room for meaningful relationships is just as valuable. Life isn't about choosing one over the other, it's about creating balance before time quietly slips away. Today, I still believe in love. I don't expect perfection anymore. I simply hope to meet someone who is honest, kind, emotionally mature, and ready to build a peaceful life together. My story isn't about regret alone, it's about growth, perspective, and learning that happiness isn't measured only by achievements. Sometimes, the greatest success is finding someone who makes an ordinary day feel extraordinary, and if that opportunity comes, I'll welcome it with an open heart.